Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the awakening journey. I am an intuitive ascension-based astrologer, a tarot reader, a Reiki master, and an angelic healer. And I utilize all these different aspects of myself to assist you in your awakening journey. If you are interested in finding out more about my different services, they are listed in the description box below, along with my email. So today we are going to be doing a reading for Scorpio. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. If you don't know your different placements, I encourage you to go to a website such as astro.com, plug in your birth information, and they will generate a chart for you. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Take what aspects you like and leave the rest. Some may resonate, all may resonate, none may resonate. And this is going to be for Scorpio for August 2020. What energies are my Scorpios dealing with? Scorpio. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Cups coming out for you guys. So this is really beautiful. I'm feeling this as destined and fated events that end a painful cycle that you guys have been in. Let me move these down a little bit. I don't know if you'll... No, they're pretty dark. You still can't see them. Destined and fated events that end a painful cycle that you've been in. And then something new, some new love that comes out of that, right? The Ace of Cups is all about the love. And for some of you guys, this is self-love. For some of you other guys, this is also self-love that then attracts and manifests in another type of love as well, like a romantic love, something like that. But yeah, it's there were these you guys have been through. You've been going through some shit. This has definitely, it's been a very painful but very illuminating cycle. And I'm feeling this, it's like the swords are piercing the palms there. So it's like I'm getting this energy of feeling like your hands were tied, feeling as though you were a victim of circumstance that you couldn't control, right? So we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is like fated events that were far beyond your control. And just sort of like in this process of having to surrender to that and not really knowing what to do. And so, yeah, just some incredible karmic cycles for you guys. Karmic cycles of growth. And you guys have grown astronomically, and you've come out of this with a much deeper appreciation for yourselves, right? Like you're learning how to fill your own cup. You're learning what it is that you want and what it is that you desire when it comes to your relationship with yourselves and when it comes to your relationships with other people. And we also have the Justice card on the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, this is definitely like reinforcing that there are karmic situations that you guys have been working through. Justice, you've been evening out the scales. And this is a card that represents Libra energy. But you've been evening out the scales for many lifetimes. And this has not always been pleasant. Dealing with these karmic situations, these karmic lessons never is. And these karmic lessons had a lot to do with love. They had a lot to do with self-love. They had to do with understanding the way that you love yourself is reflected to you in your relationships and your experiences. Realizing and understanding where you're able to connect and be open to love and where you're still closed down. And just really just so much when it comes to all the different manifestations of love for you guys. And there are a lot of situations that were absolutely necessary for you to go through so that you could gain this wisdom. Like I keep being drawn to the eyes. You could gain this wisdom. You could gain this understanding that you needed to move forward. And then under that, we have the High Sage, which would be the High Priestess. And I'm feeling that card for you guys as well. So your inner intuition, your inner wisdom really being activated right now. And these situations that maybe you couldn't comprehend or couldn't understand, it almost just felt like the entire universe was against you, right? And you didn't understand why, but you're starting to understand the reasons for this stuff. Like some of this, with this high priestess energy, like some of those reasons and some of that understanding was hidden from you for a reason. Like some of these situations only came about because there were things that you didn't understand within yourself. And so you're starting to get those realizations. You're starting to understand, like I'm really noticing here, we have the two moons in both of these cards, the Justice card and the High Sage. And they're sort of positioned on each side of the scales in the first card, and then they're sort of linked in together in the second card. So it's like also this balancing of your masculine and your feminine energies and the expression of that and the learning the intricacies of that dance between your masculine and feminine, and really learning that in your interactions with others as well in a lot of these different karmic situations. And with these lessons that you've learned, really understanding the interplay of those energies and the way that you're becoming more unified in your own energies as a result of that. And really seeing and understanding what's possible when you can come from that place of both your logic and your intuition. And your intuition just really, really amping up right now, I feel, for you guys, which is so absolutely beautiful. And I actually... yeah, we'll get a couple more on that. Let's get some clarification for the Ace of Cups. Any more clarification for that? So we got the Ten of Wands, putting the burdens down. And we got the Death card, which is your card, Scorpio. And so this real transformation process that's happened for you guys around understanding when you're carrying what's not yours, and really putting down those burdens that are not yours to carry, and really understanding like when you're taking on too much and who and what is worth taking that on for. That's been a big lesson for you guys as well, and you're being really transformed through the energy of growing to understand that. Yeah, growing to understand that, growing to realizing and understanding where it is that you can put some of that stuff down. And for some of you guys too, like some of these burdens that you were carrying were burdens from past lifetimes. And now like you're starting to see that too, and you're starting to understand like what people, what places, what jobs, what situations came into your life for a season and a reason and are now ready to go or are ready to transform. And you're starting to see how like nothing is set in stone. Like we can transform any situation. And you guys are really becoming good at transforming yourselves and seeing how situations around you transform as your own energy transforms. And that's been a real wake-up call and a real lesson for you too, because that's shown you like how your energy created some of your situations and how now when you work on that energetic level, you can then transform situations and create new situations as well. And if you guys want help or assistance with that, please reach out to me. I offer energy healing sessions that can be incredibly helpful in dealing with and sorting through those different energies. All right, what else do I want to do? I want to do a mystical shaman oracle card for you guys as well. Scorpio, August 2020. Scorpio, August 2020. Guidance for Scorpio. Ooh, okay. So we got the arrow. So this is all about focused intention. This is all about putting your sights on what it is that you want. There is energy in the air. We talked about you guys learning how to utilize your ability to create your reality by changing and transforming your energy. And now like really fine-tuning that focus of like, where do I want that energy to go? What's the mark that I'm wanting to hit now? Like it's the end of a cycle, which means the birth of a new cycle is right around the corner for you guys. So taking this time to really sit back, to really observe in that detached kind of manner, how far you've come, what you've learned, what behaviors and patterns you don't want to repeat anymore, and then setting your sights on like, okay, so now I know some of the things that I don't want. Like, what do I want and how am I going to get there? And what are the ways and means that I can go about achieving that? And for you guys, it's going to be really clear intent. You want to be really clear with your intent moving forward, what it is that you're trying to create. You want to keep your energy really clear too. That's really coming through strongly for you guys. Keeping your energy clear. You're freeing up so much of your energy. And as you free that up, like, you want to keep that clear. So you keep that clear by paying attention to what you're consuming, whether it's in your interactions with people, what you're watching, what you're listening to, who you're allowing in your life, the commitments that you're saying yes to, learning how to say no to some of those things that aren't serving you. All of this is going to be so helpful. And like I said, I offer energy sessions as well, which I'm feeling for you guys could be extremely helpful as well. And then we have, okay, so we're going to bring this one up before, because that leads right into what we were talking about, taming the wind. So this is all about smudging. This is about cleansing your space, cleansing your energy, just like we were talking about. It's about setting those intentions. Really, I believe this card also mentions like journaling and different things like that, like really getting clear and centered within yourself and honoring your connection with spirit, honoring the sacred dance with spirit that you are engaged in right now, that you were always engaged in, and becoming more engaged in that process. Living your life, you're being called to step more into your spiritual connections and capabilities as well right now, and exploring what those mean for you and what that means for you. And we have the Time Master here. So this is about really taking control of your energy and of your life. The Time Master lives beyond time, right? He's transcended. He knows how to make time work for him. And so that's something that you guys are learning as well. How to make time work for you. Like, there still may be like all of the we aren't capable of putting all of the burdens down, right? Some of those burdens are necessary, and some of them aren't burdens in a negative sense. They're responsibilities, right? So and that's the thing, is you guys learning how to differentiate between a burden and a responsibility. A burden is something you're carrying that you don't need to carry, that is not actually yours. A responsibility is something that is yours to carry, but you still get to choose the way that you carry that. Do you carry that with gratitude? Do you carry that with integrity? Do you carry that with honor? Or do you carry that and bitch and moan about having to carry it the whole time? It's that perspective, right? And so really learning how to manage your time and how to make your time work for you. Okay, so I have these responsibilities, but I also have a responsibility to my spiritual self. I have a responsibility to my desires, to what it is that I'm trying to create, to the path that I'm wanting to move forward on, in life, right? And so how do I manage all of those different things? Because there is enough time for everything. We just have to figure that out. We're coming into an era where we can quite literally bend time if we want to. So far, it's only happened for me accidentally. Sometimes I do call upon divine timing and call on spirit to organize my time effectively when I need a little bit more time. And it seems to be working out okay. We are able to do that to an extent, and we will be able to do that more as we progress. But right now, it's just about learning how to work with your own concept of time and how that's working for you. When the Time Master visits you, he asks the most important question. Will you break free from the limited cause and effect thinking by moving beyond the linear illusion and welcoming the cyclic quality of time? You find yourself in a moment when the wheel of time turns and you're able to influence the past, thus changing the present and future simultaneously. This is the true test of the Time Master. You're being invited to take back your power, so let go of the past and choose to step into your life. In this moment, you are all powerful. You are the Time Master. Anything is possible now. And so this brings another point, which is that the now moment, right? Living in that now moment, understanding that that's the only moment that we have. This is also, as I'm reading this, it's bringing up to me sort of this idea of timelines, right? And you guys moving into this understanding of how you can jump into another timeline. You can utilize that understanding and that knowledge. Say, things may have worked out one certain way. However, in another reality, they worked out in a different way. So that's how we change the past, right? It's like not quite literally, or maybe, I don't know, like we may, but we influence the past by, like, we can still jump into a timeline where we had made a past decision, and we'll be in the current manifestation of what that timeline would look like. But we can skip back and forth. We can do that. So you guys are starting to really understand how to do that, how to utilize that. Look up meditations for jumping timelines and stuff like that. It's actually really fascinating and really interesting. But you can align yourself to the timeline that you wish, right? Set your intention, set your focus. Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be? How do you want to be? And like, just do little things every day that align you more with that person, and really focus your energy and your attention into who and what you are manifesting for yourself. That's really exciting. That's really interesting. And then we also have the ghost dance, number 22. And so I'm feeling this as a card of your ancestors, but we're going to read this from the book and see what this has to say. The ghost dance of the American Plains Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. Honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring your own past lives. Right? The Time Master. Past lives. Really bridging these past life energies with these future energies. You've been clearing out a lot of karmic debt from past lifetimes and a lot of the stuff that you guys have been going through. And now it's time to also claim those gifts and claim those aspects of yourselves that were buried maybe under all of the pain or all of the energy around the more negative, quote, quote, energies from these past lives. Like, you've cleared some of that stuff out, and now your ancestors are wanting to support you in regaining your power and regaining these positive aspects of yourself as well. The ancestors have a message of healing and a powerful medicine to offer you. Create a sacred moment at your altar, light a candle to them, and let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those that have come before you and write a new story for your life. That is absolutely beautiful. I love that for you guys. So it's really like taking that ownership and that responsibility of your lives, knowing that some of these karmic situations and the energies that you were cleaning up for them as well. Because like the card said, we don't have to repeat those old stories anymore. We can create a new story. We can create a new chapter. We can write a new book. And that's what you guys are being guided and invited to do right now. And you're being guided and invited to do that with your ancestors' assistance and help. So definitely do a clearing and cleansing ceremony for yourselves and your energy. Light a candle to your ancestors. Meditate. Pray. Really get fine-tune the direction that you want your energy to go in, because you are absolutely capable of anything you always were, but the energies are absolutely supporting you in moving forward on your path right now and really starting that new chapter of your lives. Like, we have the medicine wheel that popped out. So this is, as we walk through the different seasons, the different directions of our lives, we heal on all of these different levels of being. And then we come out of the wheel and we're ready to engage in the next chapter or the next voyage, the next mission of our lives. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, give it a like, comment if it resonated. I love hearing from you guys. Subscribe if you haven't yet so you can catch more videos. As I said, I have links for all of my different services in the description box below. Email me if you're interested in setting something up. You can also donate to my channel as well. The link for that you can find below. I love you all. I appreciate you all so very, very much. And it's been an intense time for you guys, but you have done so much important and powerful work. Your ancestors are so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Spirit is so proud of you. It's just like, take the time to really pat yourselves on the back for that and give yourselves the credit that you deserve, because this work is not easy, but it is so important and it is so beautiful. And I honor each and every one of you until we speak again.